Hello everyone and welcome to a video that was supposed to come out a little bit earlier. I'm sorry, I've been caught up in some things, but I'm going to show you guys my current Death Wizards layout. It's the layout I'm showing you guys is not my final layout, but it's the layout of what I had on this character all the way up through the walkthrough videos I have on the channel. If you guys haven't seen walkthrough videos, I did a walkthrough from Azteca all the way up to Mirage and finished Mirage on this character. But this is just the stats and the gear setup I have for him at the moment. There still are some pieces of gear I need to get for this guy, and there still is a lot of work I need to do to finish and polish this character up on stats wise. But this is just my current stats wise, so it's not final, it's just my current gear set for this character. I might do another one when I have all the pieces of gear set up for him. But this is just for those who are wondering what this guy's gear set is throughout the quest line on the walkthrough and what he has currently for until I can get better gear. So without further ado, we're gonna get on with my gear, and you guys probably already can tell what hat I'm wearing just by the looks of it. And yeah, so let's go into my stats here first. So stats, 6,000 health, which is pretty good for death. 6,100. I mean, I'm not. Death is kind of like an in-between school. Like they have good overall damage, resist. They're pretty much overall good, basic, a basic kind of school that's on kind of both sides. So yeah, 6,000 health, 537 mana, 10 training points. Don't really use training points often since I'm death, but yeah. So moving on here, we have 107 attack damage. Not the greatest. I've seen people with around 130 damage as death. I just don't have the best gear, like I said earlier. So I'm planning on getting that up there in the future. But right now, I only have 107 base damage. Resist is pretty good. I have 41 resist and everything. Plus I got 20 resist jewel on as well. So resist is very good. Accuracy is very good. It's 28%. So I cast a spell every single round without fizzing. Crit, 416 crit, which is alright. It's not the best, but it's decent. 26% critting. I would like to have it in the 500, 600 range as the Death Wizard, so I gotta raise that up a little bit. Block is pretty good. I'm happy with the block. Block is the only stats on here that I'm happy with, and that's 305 block and everything. 27% block, not bad at all. Also, Pierce is decent. It could be a little bit better, but it's 29 Pierce, which is better than my Storm Wizard and some of my other wizards. So pretty good Pierce. It's alright. I could add more piercing jewels to raise that up if I need to, and I can get up to around 30 in the 30s somewhere. But I'm happy on where it's at right now. At least 30 is what I'm aiming for. So I got that, and 32% healing in, and we have spot on 100% power pip, which is a must for death. I think you have to have at least 100% power pip, I believe, and to be overpowered. Well, not overpowered, but just to be able to cast your spells quicker. And as death, you can just be able to use Crow if you need to, if you don't get that Shadow Pip. 5% Shadow Pip bonus would be better if I have. Think the Crocopatra hat gives me +1 more, so it should be around +6, I believe. So going to gear set, the last part of the setup. we have the Death Lord's Veil of Woe from Malistaire Drake, the Exalted Malistaire, and Castle Darkmoor. We have this hat. The better hat would be Crocker Patch's hat, which I'm trying to get for this guy. I just haven't got around to it or found anyone to do the Crocker Patch dungeon with. So I'm still working on that to get that hat, which gives me a little bit more stats here. And if I had that, I would have show you guys. Otherwise, I'll be stitching this to that Crocker Patcher hat. I still have that just for the stitch. We have the best robe, Bone Smasher Robe of Strife. I pretty much farmed Exalted Rattlebones about 60 to 70 times to get this robe. It was very tough to get, but a good trick is to just keep spamming death dispels on Rattlebones as a death wizard. Just keep spamming that on Rattlebones. Have someone spam life dispel and a ice dispel as well. But ice dispel is not really needed at spam. The only two major ones is a life and the death dispels. Those two are the top two most needed ones whenever you're doing Rattlebones, just to help you guys out a lot versus those bosses, because they're kind of annoying and you need to have someone hit and someone heal just in case. And they can also spam that life dispel as well as heal. So yeah, if you have a life wizard, that'll be good. And the life robe is pretty much the best robe for life as well, for the Exalted Rattlebones as well. So that'll be coming handy for them. And for boots, we have Death Lord's Greaves of Woe. These boots, I haven't really found any better boots, really, to be honest. There is some boots and some packs, I believe, that are better, and I believe I have those boots in my bank. I can go grab them once we finish showing all these real quick. So moving on to the wand, Eye of the Soothsayer, level 110 wand, plus 11% death damage, 112 both, 4% pierce. And we got that, of course, it's those of the wand. And Lord of Death's Razor, of course, for the Aetham, the best Aetham, 16 base damage. And you guys can see the other stats here. I got double pierce jewel on this, 10 accuracy jewel, and also some health. And Shadow's Queen and Grace. I get the defensive jewel, the square jewel socket, and the tier jewel socket for this one. And you get 215, 2% pierce, 40 and 30, which is pretty much the same for every school for this amulet. You can get this at Morganth. In case you're wondering what this is, I didn't mention it, but you can get this from the first boss in Darkmoor at the graveyard. So you have to go to the third dungeon in the graveyard, the first boss, the creeper guy. He drops these blades for every single school. So that's where you can find this for your school, whichever school you're aiming for. This is from, I forgot to mention this too. This is from the forgot what, Terror's Horde pack. You get these ones from the Terror's Horde pack. The Stitch is from a different thing. And yeah, this is, yeah. Same thing with Greaves, Malice, Exalted Malistaire, same as before. I just forgot to mention those. Alpha Mega Ring, Secret Boss, and Aquila. You can get, you fight the Secret Boss who, also, when he does his attack, he gives you a minus 75% weakness. So bring cleanse if you ever trying to farm for Alpha Mega Ring. If you want, I can make a video on how to get it if you guys want. It's not that hard to find them. You can just get a team with you, or you can solo him depending on what you prefer. But I have this ring for every single one of my wizards. It's a pretty good overall ring for that. So, and pet, not the best pet, I know. I'm still trying to work on a death pet. 28 crit, 6 damage, Sprite Fairy, plus 5. Got Spell Defy on there. So, not the best pet, but it's something at least to have on this character. Um, I don't mind the heal spells, but I wish I could get a triple damage, double resist pet for this character. He would be pretty good if I can get that. So moving on to my mount. Death Culture mount gives me 3 extra damage. Culture's whole word pack is where you can get this. Um, Deck. I'm not currently wearing my best deck. Let me find it real quick. Um, one of these is actually, I believe is this one. Alright, so moving back to crit. I didn't have my best deck on, so it affected my stats a little bit, not too much, but I have 455 crit, 33% critting, 33% blocking at 346 block. So that makes a little bit of difference, not too great, but I just had this deck on instead of this one, which affected my stats a little bit. So that is my stats thus far on my Death Wizard, but let me go to my house because I have these other boots in my bank, which some of you may already know. For some Death Wizards, some people use these boots in their setups as Death. And yes, this is my house, in case you guys haven't seen it before. I've shown it a few times in my walkthroughs. But let's go to the bank here. It's either in my bank or my shared bank. I don't really remember. I do have the Dwarven's Havoc Hood in case I ever want to use the Mass Feint. It gives me 2 extra Dark Power Pips and 1 extra damage if I ever want to use that. So yeah, I have that. I don't really have any robes in here that are good, but boots. Dorgan's Dire Boots gives extra resist more. It gives even more crit. Um, some people may use this than the other. Um, I could use this in my setup to get even more crit if I want to. Get 100 more crit, that'll be around 550 something crit. Plus that extra health is nice as well. I can use probably some of these other ones here for extra damage. Especially this one. There's a better crafted one for more damage. I could use this for more damage. Of course, I got the Bladefell Titan still. I got another one of those. I got this ring to give me more crit, the 120 crit ring. This ring's not the best crit ring. There are better rings out there for crit. And I believe it is in the... yes, here it is. Okay. We want to move this to the backpack. Ancient Persian boots. Some people tend to wear these boots instead of the ones I'm wearing right now. The only difference really is power pip, 2% less. It gives crit. It does not give pierce like the ones I'm wearing right now. It does not give accuracy like the ones I'm wearing, and does not give the extra block that I'm wearing. But it gives 2% more damage, and more crit, more health, and more resist. So these boots are, it's good for some people prefer these boots. I like the extra block, but I will probably wear these boots in the future, depending on my other gear that I have on. So we can look in that. So let me pull up these boots real quick. Just let you guys see a little bit of stats difference. With these boots, 46 resist, 109 damage, 535 crit, 240 block, a little less pierce, and a little less that, but more shadow pip. So 6% shadow pip, and 98% power pip versus 100%. It's still alright. I mean, 98% still good for power pip, so not too big on that. But the block is definitely a big difference. 18% now instead of 33%, so lose a little bit of block, but you get more resist and you get more health. So 6,500 health now, and yeah, so some people prefer these boots. Um, the only reason why I wear these ones, I like the pierce and the block, and it's only 2 less damage. But if you're going for crit, these boots might be the ones to go for, just because of the 25 damage and yeah, 80% more crit. So if you're going for crit, these boots are definitely the ones to go. You can get these in the Gulcher Hordes pack, so those boots are good to have. And yeah, that is my Death Wizard setup, guys. If you guys want to see, my life or my myth, my fire setup, I still have those 3 wizards left for gear setups. 2 of them are max, my life and my myth, and my fire is level 73, I believe. But I already made one for my max ice and my max storm wizard as well for gear setup, so if you guys want to check that out. But this is just showing my current deaths gear setup, and just to show you guys what I have on this character. Um, and for those of you who are wondering how I soloed some of those dungeons in my walkthrough and stuff, well, this gear is exactly that, and why and how I soloed. So, thanks for watching, guys. That'll be the end of the video. If you guys have any suggestions, just please put them in the comments. And any haters on the gear set, yes, I know this gear isn't the best. I plan on getting better gear in the future, but this is just my current gear set for those who are hating on my gears, because I know some people will hate on the gear. It happens. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys